Hello and welcome back to the round table. We finished off the trial and now we are back to investigation.
Back into investigation mode.
Or still in the courtroom, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh no, he
But
said
first,
recess, so we will immediately go back into court?
the judge said that we were supposed to investigate the car, or at least bring that cloth to the court.
White. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh well. Mr. White?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you?
No, this is way worse.
Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Um, Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and significant, to tell the truth.
Oh, it's the cowboy.
It's weird that I gave him more of a Western accent. Well, I'm not gonna say that it's a good Western accent, but apparently he's supposed to be Spanish.
I have no idea. He looks like a cowboy, so it has to be Western accent.
Yeah. Hola, partner.
All because of the span. Oh, okay, now I get what you
Yeah.
mean.
They say you show red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young one, at least.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief's prospector's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth saying it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this.
Is that on the side of Marshall hair, or is it actually a piece of cloth? Something like a neck sun protector. I have a hard time to discern if it's actually hair or if it's part of the head.
I think it's a protector.
Yeah? Okay, so it's not just me.
Protective hair, that is.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. White?
No, our. Yeah, it is very vague. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up on some fine ribs. Oh, wait,
Oh, I
yeehaw!
want to have some whips now. Now I'm hungry. Damn it. Made me hungry.
That's what us Texans do, man. I'd like to resume?
No
Question mark.
investigation, god damn it.
Nope, no investigation for you. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. Did you eat too much? That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes, those impeccable abs. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is back.
It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable!
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Wait, excuse me? Knock knock?
Oh, who's there?
Oh! There he is!
Hallelujah! What's
Oh
with this
god,
guy?
what? I was not prepared! I haven't really thought what kind of voice I would want to give him. If it's even that much of a difference how I voice people.
A godly voice.
What does a godly voice even sound like? Okay, but yeah, it's yours. Strange stuffy aura, okay.
Yeah. A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey, the temperature was 5.7 degrees when that man came in. He's the devil.
It's getting hot in here. Who on earth is he? Oh, it's you!
Yes, it's me. Who am I? No.
Oh, you get the chance to do your old man voice.
Oh, wait. Sorry I'm late, Aji. The votes were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Aji? How you been? Swim much these days?
Oh, hello. Oh, I've been busy.
Busy smizzy. Aji, my boy, you have to make time to relax.
I'm very uncomfortable around you. Yes, indeed.
Uji seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. His actual real name is Judge. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
So you're Wido, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Why am I always want to clap?
You're getting into it. What's it called?
Method acting.
What's it called? Yes, method acting. Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly.
Don't do it. He'll do stuff to you.
Oh, wow.
Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
Damon?
Damon Gant, huh? Damon, right? That's the right... Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fella. Oh, Edgeworthy. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's...
My sister's muffler!
So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
Is he supposed to have such awkward pauses?
I think so.
What's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. I can't give it the crazy old man voice, though. Oh, Yugi! Don't do it! I will be a sexy pharaoh, Yugi!
That's not how it works, Grandpa.
Mind crush, Yugi! Oh boy. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running?
But Mr. Edgeworth,
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If you investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? No, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your... something. I'm telling you to wait! Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature's there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... You're ahead in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah.
The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Yes, to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Gavel?
I will be held.
What is a gavel?
That's the hammer. It has
Oh, okay, now I get it. No, I can't pound my meat anymore.
For some reason, it just has to be named gavel in courtrooms.
Can't swing my hammer. Oh, there.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
Could spill them with blood. Come on, just hurry up and open it. No, autopilot.
Yes. The game doesn't trust me. Alright then. So, switch it with this one. Swink!
Ah! Don't scare me like that!
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain. Blood? Found at the crime scene, wrapped in a defendant's muffler, small tag attached. Huh.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one. Really.
Let's get into it.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. He looks so happy while he tells that. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department, a detective?
Okay, that's hush-hush information, Nuji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Or was it? Order! Order! Order!
Anyway, we at the department, we are all flustered, as you might as well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places.
The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Well then, he was pretty vague about everything. So, simply gonna press him. Excuse me, special.
Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Wido, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
That's quite a mystery.
And like any mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
Oh, a muffler inside a muffler.
This is probably the most important point. Of evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
Yeah, but how would
Oh,
we
now I remember what this was for.
Okay. This knife was found on the scene of the crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Wido. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Wido.
Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try preventing the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time.
All this time?
Presenting my badge!
I know it, I know it. I just remembered it the moment I saw the tag.
Yes. Let's inspect that, first of all.
There's a small tag on the knife.
It says SL92.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number?
That's weird.
What?
I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either.
Maybe I should check the court record again.
Yes.
Yes, is it in...
I know
You are,
it.
you are simply brimming. I guess that was the only other clue.
I would say.
It doesn't react to the blood at least. Let's see what else. There was this. And anything on this?
He died between 4 and 5:50.
5 to what?
There's such a huge
5:30.
time gap. Oh yeah, 5. Well, they just said that they died at the same time at 5:15. Apparently.
Supposedly. The question wouldn't possibly be if the muffler and the knife was put into the car exhaust at that point at the murder, or if it was already in the car as Edge Boy drove away from the what was it, the precinct?
Oh, that
The
will
police
be
station?
important later, I think. But good that you already think about that.
Let's see. There's the ID.
Oh, I know it. God, why didn't they make it sharper?
No idea. Name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID blah 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 blah.
I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs.
What else would they use?
Letters, silly! They are the reason we have a written language in the first place.
True.
Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID Yabadab. T, wouldn't that be better?
Yabadab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it.
Exactly my point. T.
And here's my detective assistant, Yabadabadoo.
I just want to say Yabadabadoo. Oh God, where was it? Where is that from?
Flintstones.
Oh, Wright.
It doesn't take much to amuse her. She'd even be amused by a Flintstones cartoon.
Oh, it could be worse. Oh, you have to find it. So how are things down at the department? What is... Are you there still? Hello? Are you still thinking? Did Discord disconnect us? Are you just silent? Say something, goddammit! There must be something off. Wait. Okay, there actually was a technical difficulty. He didn't just treat me with silence because he had an idea.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you on my end, so I was like, is he gonna read this line, or... Well, did you read this line?
I read the line.
Oh. Yes, alright. Well, we're good then.
Oh, so you couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear you. God damn it, that was weird. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, technical difficulties.
Wait, you haven't
So-
figured it out yet, did you? I thought you went silent because you figured it out, but...
What I said was, that little Goodman note was that it might be upside down. Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eyes there, White, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all.
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? And keep on pressing. On the same day that a detective was killed in a prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact, surprising, isn't it, Uji?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Wido.
I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one! This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I tell you one thing and one thing only. Every time you ask me.
Okay. Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, when the victim died. I think the time is
We
pretty
know the
important to
time.
know.
5:15, apparently the same time with our murder, so we already know the time.
Are we absolutely sure?
I mean, they said it, so why would it be wrong?
Because so far, in all of the flashbacks, the Detective Goodman shots have always blurred out his face as if to hide the possibility that it's not him or that he was moved or something like that.
That is a good point, but it's still not related to the time.
Depending on
I
if he
tell
was
you one
killed.
thing and one thing only. How was the detective called? Is Gumshoe dead now? No, wait, we already saw him.
Yeah.
So the time, how the victim was?
Let's go in.
Yeah, where the victim was found.
Yeah, in chronological order. So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room?
You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Wido?
I can't say I've heard of it. I only got taste in it. Or maybe that was a different evidence room.
It is actually an evidence room.
I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room.
There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. This is where they confirmed that it was at the same time.
Can I back here and keep asking him questions?
I mean, I guess, maybe?
Gonna try it.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yep. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Well, how was the detective killed?
How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the Force call a stabbing with a knife.
A knife?
It's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We are cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death.
It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Push it, press it. Alright, last one. Skipping on ahead. And when? So when did the murder at the police department occur?
Now that's a sharp question, Wright. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Oh,
I got
yeah,
it.
then he just goes to this.
5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Oh, what?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances?
Coincidence? Synchro murder?
Crisscross gone wrong. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident.
The incident.
Incident. How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything. Please, Wright. You understand?
Try to understand, righto?
Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you.
Stop calling me righto.
Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together, Wongo?
Don't call me wrongo, buddy. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife! What was it doing there?
I'd better check this knife out. As I have done.
Okay,
see, where the hell
now
would
it's
I-
time.
Well, I presume I would present this at some point. This knife is special. Would this be where I present it, maybe? Or... no,
Unless
this would
there's
perhaps
evidence
be
to
there.
prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. And this is a note where Goodman's name is on.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Ah, at last! An honest to goodness objection!
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean?
Aha! An honest to goodness, what do you mean from Uchi? This is great! He's so excited
Look at
about
the-
this.
He always does this. Just try to get used to it. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside... oh, I don't even know the concept. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Oh!
Oh, it's magic! Of science!
How did you do that? Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that it's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief?
Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Wright.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the department's evidence room. Press him
So
on that, I suppose?
I guess this is the only thing that changed?
No, at the end of the sentence he said that he only talks if there's a connection.
Yeah. So this knife was stolen.
Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice! Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
Okay, so that was it. It was a bad day. So you had
Let's
a bad
go to
day.
the end of his sentence, and then there was something you probably can press again. It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it. Here, now there's something changed.
How can you say there's no connection?
Okay? Can't just say anything. Why don't you understand?
Yeah, try to understand.
Huh?
Do I have to present it again?
That would be weird. Maybe? You can save before that and then try it?
Let's see then.
The knife or the paper, though? I don't know.
The paper, I would presume.
What? Oh, it's so stupid. Then try the knife.
Jeez. Bam.
It's so
on.
stupid. I mean, you clearly connected it now, so he should say something different here.
Oh, damn it. Come on, let's do this. Not officially linked, my butt. Let's see.
The
where
whole
was
butt,
it?
not just the cheek?
Yes, the entire butt.
Ah, come on, that's also wrong.
Well, what the heck?
Well, let's reload and then we don't
Bam.
need to go through all that dialogue as well. And we have all the wrong things back.
All of the wrong things. Let's turn the clock back a bit.
Okay.
Not officially linked to
Can't
this
talk.
here case. So anything about
So we have to link it.
this knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. And we don't have the photo with the exhaust pipe for whatever reason.
We don't? I think we have. Isn't it this?
No, that's the
No.
parking lot
Yeah, why?
and the crime photo. I'm not sure what the game wants. It was
I don't know either.
It was stolen from the evidence room. Does it actually want me to present it here?
What? Why would you? I don't think so. He said
No,
that
I'm not.
because you'll make a connection.
So does that mean that I have to keep making connections with everything he says?
Wait, maybe you can ask him a question again, and he will tell you more.
Tell me more, tell me more. See, on the same day, blah blah blah. That's a fact. Just arrested. Still the same thing. Let's see, what was it that he didn't give us? It was where he was found that he didn't give us details on.
In the evidence room. Can't speak
I
on where
can't
the
speak.
corpse was found.
The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that.
The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
Alright.
Oh, this knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
There's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. White.
Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details.
Hey, hold it, I guess. Now you can press him?
I suppose?
Ah, there we go.
Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
Huh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Whiteo. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
Look at his eyes. God damn it.
Mesmerizing.
You two make a good pair. Come on, smooch already. It took my man 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really?
Who would have guessed? I mean, a courtroom full with people is totally unofficial.
Yeah.
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? No.
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him.
Oh, the victim's ID number!
Huh? Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189.
Look at the card record. We have an ID card.
We do. 5842189.
It's
You know
the
what this
same
means?
person!
It's Yabba Dub!
Goodman died on 2 places at once!
It's pretty much what I was suspecting. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning.
He doesn't know that we have an ID.
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? It tells me to respect my authority.
Authority.
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. It's like you're asking for me to just ask you out or something. Oh. No, it's just, I got confused.
And this
What?
is news?
Huh?
Just come up with both guns blazing, like you always do.
The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Ido. Personal IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 584289. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier.
Let's have a flashback.
That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 584289.
Wait a second, White. What does this...
Uh-huh. Mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detectives killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, ho, ho, sharp as a tack, Whiteo. Sharp as a tack.
But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the same exact time.
That's impossible. So what we are saying is... the same person was killed at the same time? And in completely different location? In a completely... Oh, God damn it, I butchered it by missing an A.
Order, order, order. Chief, what does...
No! What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's Tom's secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they are yours. What? How? How dare... We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. White! Where have we heard that name before? Wait! Aha! Excuse me, but it is Mr. Edgeworth. Anywhere on the premises?
And his hand is also injured.
Oh,
For whatever reason.
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I have got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written white on the top of the report. Yeah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. I'm Mr. Meekins, look at me! In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir! You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then
Mesmerizing.
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Which was just broken by bringing up the ID card of Inspector Goodman. Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how's this rule relevant? Oh, the second rule.
yes.
They couldn't have told us that earlier. First we are whaming on that game and then... Ugh. Those are not official real rules of the real world. Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Whiteo over here. Good job, Whiteo, my boy.
Somebody recognizes my genius. Huh? Oh, I was just doing my job.
No. No!
I stole your thunder for once. It seems we are come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
But Mr. Edgeworth...
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Poor stud muffin.
He's a hunk, isn't he?
I would agree. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. Shame on you, Mr. Stubmuffin.
What I wonder is, Phoenix and Edgeworth look surprisingly buff for attorneys.
That's because they spend more times in the gym than at law school, apparently.
I mean, oh no, they basically look like JoJo characters. Always posing in some way.
Dramatically.
Dramatically.
With all these weird sound effects around them. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Now get out before I throw the gavel at you.
Alright, and that is all the time we have for this episode. In fact, we even probably got overtime, but I'm not quite sure. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one as well. Stay tuned for more.
And if you think that... What happened?
I hit my hand on my desk.
Oh no! Is that gonna be evidence?
No, everything's
No. Then it will not be submitted to the court. But if you like it to be submitted to the court, leave a like and comment down below.